Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell because trust me, you don't want to miss what we're about to drop today. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about something that literally blew my mind when I first found out about it. We're talking about Jimin from BTS, and guys, I'm not exaggerating when I say this dude's vocal range is insane. Like, we're talking about a level that's equivalent to professional female singers. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just fan hype or some biased opinion. This is actual scientific fact backed by vocal experts from around the world. So stick around until the end of this video because we're gonna break down exactly what makes Jimin's vocals so extraordinary. We're gonna look at the science behind it, compare it with other vocalists, and honestly, after watching this video, your appreciation for his talent is gonna go through the roof. I promise you that. But before we dive in, if you're enjoying this content, please show some love by hitting that like button, drop a comment down below telling me what you think about Jimin's vocals, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get into it. So first things first, what does it actually mean when we say Jimin's voice is equivalent to professional female singers? Because I know some of you might be confused like, wait, does he sound like a woman? No, that's not what we're saying here. What we're talking about is his vocal range and the registers he can access. Let me break this down for you in simple terms. In the music world, there's something called vocal range, which is basically how low and how high someone can sing. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Jimin has the ability to reach registers that are typically only accessible to female singers, and guys, this is extremely rare for male vocalists. We're not talking about just hitting a few high notes here and there. We're talking about consistent, controlled singing in registers that most men simply cannot reach. Now, have you ever heard the term countertenor? This is a vocal classification for males who can sing in the same register as female contraltos or mezzo-sopranos. And Jimin is a natural countertenor. That means he can naturally reach these super high notes without having to strain or force his voice. How cool is that? Let me give you some technical data here that's gonna blow your mind. Jimin's chest range starts from E4 and reaches its peak at C#5. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with music theory, let me put this into perspective. This is exceptionally high for a male singer. But wait, it gets even crazier. Jimin has hit a high note of A5 in the song, let me know. Guys, A5 is a note that is typically sung by female sopranos. Like, do you understand how insane that is? Vocal experts who have analyzed Jimin's capabilities say that he can sing 6 notes higher than the average male. 6 notes. That's not a small difference, guys. That's absolutely massive in the music world. Let me paint you a picture here. The average male has a vocal range of about 2 octaves, typically from around C3 to C5. Meanwhile, Jimin can comfortably sing up to C#5 and even beyond that. This places his vocal range equivalent to mezzo-sopranos or even sopranos in some cases. And here's what makes this phenomenon even more incredible. It's not just that Jimin can reach these high notes, it's how he does it. He doesn't just hit the notes and call it a day. No, he does it with extraordinary control, beautiful tone, and emotional depth. This is what separates good singers from great singers, and great singers from phenomenal singers. Japanese opera singers who have analyzed his vocals said that Jimin's falsetto and head voice have an extremely rare and attractive tone. And guys, these are opera singers we're talking about. Opera singers have literally the highest vocal standards in the entire music world. They train for years, sometimes decades, to perfect their technique. And even they are impressed by what Jimin can do naturally. That's the level we're operating at here. One opera singer specifically said, and I quote, that this is a quality that is difficult to achieve even for classical singers who have trained for years. Let that sink in for a moment. Professional opera singers, who dedicate their entire lives to vocal perfection, are looking at Jimin and saying, wow, he has something special that even we find challenging to achieve. That's not just impressive, that's legendary. Now let's talk about the science behind this, because I know some of you are probably wondering, how is this even possible? What makes Jimin different? Great question. Let me explain. From an anatomical standpoint, the ability to reach high notes depends on several factors. We're talking about the length and thickness of the vocal cords, the ability of the laryngeal muscles to tense up, and the resonance in the oral and nasal cavities. Generally, men have longer and thicker vocal cords compared to women, which is why male voices are typically lower. But in Jimin's case, the combination of his natural anatomical structure and proper training allows him to manipulate his vocal cords in such a way that he can reach exceptionally high registers. But here's the thing, guys, it's not just about anatomy. There are probably many men out there who might have similar anatomical potential, but not everyone can use it effectively. What sets Jimin apart is his incredible vocal technique. He has perfect breath support control, which allows him to sustain high notes with stability. His transitions between chest voice and head voice are so smooth, they're almost undetectable. This is the result of consistent training and a deep understanding of how the voice works. Let me compare this with professional female singers so you can really understand what we're talking about here. Take, for example, a mezzo-soprano in opera or musical theater. They typically have a range from a 3 to a 5, with some being able to go slightly higher or lower. Jimin, with his ability to reach A5 and his comfort zone in chest voice up to C-sharp 5, basically has significant overlap with the mezzo-soprano range. This is exactly why experts say his vocal range is equivalent to professional female singers. He could literally sing parts written for female singers without having to transpose or adjust anything. And guys, what makes this even more impressive is how Jimin maintains the quality of his voice in these high registers. A lot of male singers can reach high notes, but their tone becomes thin or strained. Not Jimin. His voice remains full, resonant, and expressive even at his highest notes. This shows mature technical mastery and an understanding of how to use resonance effectively. Professional vocal coaches like Sam Johnson have praised Jimin specifically for the combination of technique and tone that he possesses. Musicians like Cody McManus have said that if they could sing like anyone, they would choose Jimin. Derek Rockney described Jimin's voice as something special, as if it's too good to be real. Joey Nato praised Jimin's extraordinarily beautiful vocals. These aren't fans speaking, guys. These are professional musicians and vocal coaches who have no bias, just pure professional assessment. Now let's look at how Jimin applies this ability in BTS's music and his solo career. In BTS songs, Jimin often gets parts with high emotional and climactic notes. For example, in Spring Day, the part where he sings "I Miss You" with that high note full of emotion. Or in Lie, where he showcases his full range from dark low notes to haunting falsetto. In his solo work, songs like Serendipity and Promise show how comfortable he is singing in high registers for extended periods. And here's something really cool. Producers and musicians who have worked with Jimin have given interesting testimonials. They say that Jimin has a unique ability to interpret songs differently because of his vocal range. He can take approaches that are typically used by female singers in delivering certain emotions or phrases. This gives a new dimension to BTS's music and creates a distinctive color. In the K-pop industry that's dominated by more traditional male voices, Jimin's presence with his different range really stands out. Let's talk about the emotional impact of having this kind of range, because this is where it gets really powerful, guys. High notes in music are often associated with emotional peaks, moments of vulnerability or triumph. Jimin, with his ability in high registers, can deliver these moments incredibly powerfully. There's something about the human voice in high registers that is naturally evocative and emotional. When Jimin hits those high notes with genuine emotion, the impact is absolutely incredible. This is why so many people say they cry or get goosebumps when they hear Jimin sing. It's not just technique, guys. It's the combination of technical ability and emotional delivery that creates this magical experience. It's that ability to make you feel something deep in your soul. Many fans admit to crying when listening to Jimin sing, not because the lyrics are sad, but because of how he conveys emotion through his voice. There's a cathartic quality in his vocals that makes listeners feel understood and not alone. This is a gift that very few singers have and can't be learned through any training whatsoever. What I also find really inspiring is Jimin's personal journey with his voice. He wasn't always perfect from the start. There were periods where he struggled with technique, searching for the most effective way to use his voice without damaging his vocal cords. He shared in interviews that he went back to basics, learning fundamental vocal techniques again to build a strong foundation. This dedication is what ultimately brought him to where he is now, where he can confidently and consistently deliver performances in high registers. And guys, this growth mindset is what keeps him evolving as a vocalist. In every album or new release, he always tries something different. Maybe exploring even higher notes or trying new techniques and transitions. He's never satisfied with what he's already achieved, but always looking for ways to improve and expand. That's the mark of a true artist. The vocal evolution from Jimin's debut until now has been remarkable. He continues to develop and improve his technique. His dedication to returning to basics to build a more solid vocal foundation shows true professionalism. This kind of commitment is what allows him to maintain and even improve his vocal quality over time. The impact of Jimin's vocal ability is also felt in the K-pop industry more broadly. There's been a shift in how people appreciate male vocals. Before, maybe the expectation was powerful, deep, masculine sound. But Jimin has shown that there's beauty and strength in being able to reach higher registers, in having a more versatile range. This has opened doors for trainees and rookie idols who might have similar vocal characteristics to embrace it rather than trying to fit into the traditional mold. Training systems at K-pop agencies might also be influenced by Jimin's success. Agencies now might appreciate trainees with unique vocal colors more, including those who have high range. There's recognition that diversity in vocal types within a group is valuable, and having someone who can access higher registers is an asset. Jimin basically paved the way for greater acceptance and celebration of different voice types. From a composition and production standpoint, having a vocalist with Jimin's range opens up different possibilities. Composers can write more challenging parts, explore more complex harmonies, create more dramatic contrast in a song. Producers can play with arrangements that utilize different registers to create texture. All of this enriches the music and makes the final result more interesting and dynamic. In the context of the global music scene, Jimin's ability can actually be compared with some legendary male vocalists who also had high range. Think about Freddie Mercury, who had a range of up to 4 octaves and could sing in registers, typically for women. Or Prince, who was also known for his incredible falsetto and head voice. Jimin basically falls into this category, male vocalists with exceptional high range who use it to create a unique sound. This places him in conversation with some of the greatest voices in music history. How incredible is that? From a global music scene perspective, Jimin's vocals have the potential to compete at an international level, not just in the K-pop scene. His quality and uniqueness are definitely world-class. And with BTS already having a global platform, the exposure Jimin gets will increasingly introduce his vocal uniqueness to a wider audience. Modern technology also allows us to analyze Jimin's vocals in more detail. There's software that can measure exact pitch, vibrato rate, dynamic range, and various other technical aspects of vocals. These analyses consistently show that Jimin has very high technical capabilities. His pitch accuracy is excellent, his vibrato is consistent, and his dynamic range is wide. All these metrics support the claim that his vocals are indeed equivalent to professional female singers from a technical standpoint. One unique technique that's rarely found in K-pop, but often used by Jimin, is vocal fry. This is a creaky sound produced in the lowest register. This technique was popular during the Britney Spears era and is still used by many Western pop singers. Jimin adapts this technique very naturally, not just following trends. He makes it part of his signature sound, creating a duality between feminine sound in high registers and masculine in low registers. Absolutely brilliant. What's also remarkable is Jimin's consistency in maintaining his vocal quality. In a K-pop industry with crazy schedules and performances almost every day, maintaining vocal health and quality consistency is a huge challenge. Jimin has proven he can deliver high-quality vocal performances consistently, both in studio recordings and live performances. Even while dancing with challenging choreography, he can still hit high notes stably. This requires prime physical condition and breathing techniques that have become second nature. Many vocal coaches who analyze Jimin's performances always highlight this as one of his greatest strengths. Looking to the future, with BTS's comeback coming in 2026, the anticipation to hear Jimin's vocals is definitely very high. Based on his growth trajectory, we can expect him to showcase his abilities in new ways that might be even more impressive. Maybe he'll collaborate with female vocalists and create harmonies that take advantage of their similar ranges. Or maybe explore genres that are usually dominated by female voices. The possibilities are so exciting, guys. With the new BTS album scheduled for release in spring 2026, we can definitely expect Jimin to showcase his vocals again in fresh and innovative ways. Based on his track record, he always brings something new and unexpected in every release. With all this recognition, the anticipation for hearing Jimin's vocals in the next project will definitely be even higher. Let me throw some more mind-blowing facts at you. In a poll conducted by the Higher platform in November 2025, Jimin achieved an absolute victory with 81% of votes from nearly 10,000 voters in the category of idol with the most genius vocal tone. And this poll was participated in by fans from various fandoms, not just ARMY. This proves that recognition of Jimin's vocal uniqueness comes from a broader music community, not just biased fans. His song, Who, became the longest charting Korean song on the Billboard Hot 100 with 33 weeks. That's not just about popularity, guys. That's about people genuinely connecting with his voice and his music. That's about vocal quality that makes people want to listen again and again. Jimin also received a 2025 MTV VMA nomination for Best K-pop Song with Who. All of this is proof that Jimin's vocals aren't just appreciated in Korea, but also at a global level. These achievements validate that his vocal abilities are recognized worldwide. Recognition from professional music institutions for Jimin's vocal ability also continues to grow. Awards, nominations, and acknowledgments from critics and peers in the industry. All of this validates what fans have known for a long time, that Jimin is an exceptional vocalist. And hopefully, this opens up more opportunities for him to showcase his talent, maybe in collaborations or special projects. The King of Mask Singer panel also highlighted Jimin's consistency in maintaining his vocal quality. When a panel with experience judging so many vocalists says Jimin has something different, this isn't a statement that can be taken lightly. This is recognition from a credible and respected institution in the Korean music industry. You know what I find most inspiring about all of this? Jimin's personal journey with his voice. He experienced insecurity about his voice, wondering if it was good enough or masculine enough. But he learned to embrace what makes him unique. This is such a powerful lesson for anyone, not just about singing, but about self-acceptance in general. Sometimes what makes us different is exactly what makes us special. And Jimin is living proof of that. Jimin is living proof that hard work pays off. He started as someone who didn't have a formal music background, but through his dedication and passion, he developed into one of the most recognized vocalists in the industry. His story is super inspiring for anyone who has dreams in the music field. What also makes Jimin special is how he uses his vocals as an instrument for storytelling. Every song he sings has a different story and emotion, and he successfully conveys it all through the way he controls his voice, from dynamics, articulation, to voice coloring. This is an advanced level skill that not all singers have. Jimin's use of vibrato and ad-libs in every performance is also noteworthy. Vibrato is a controlled voice vibration, and Jimin's vibrato has very consistent speed and width. This is a sign of very mature technical mastery. Then ad-libs, which are spontaneous vocal improvisations, Jimin always does with perfect taste. He knows when to add vocal ornaments and when to let the melody speak for itself. In the context of BTS, Jimin has an important role as main vocalist. The harmony he creates with other members, especially BTS's vocal line, shows his ability to both blend and stand out. He knows when to be a supporting vocal and when to take the spotlight. This kind of musical intelligence can't be learned overnight. At the Jupiter Music Awards 2025, BTS vocal line including Jimin, Jin, Jungkook, and V won big victories. Jimin won Song of the Year with Who and achieved 100% fan votes across 5 platforms. This shows how much his vocals are appreciated by fans and the music community. So guys, to wrap this all up, the statement that Jimin's voice is equivalent to professional female singers isn't hyperbole or fan bias. This is a fact supported by data, analysis from experts, and recognition from the professional community. His vocal range reaching registers typically for female singers, his excellent control and technique, and his beautiful tone quality, all of this places him in a very elite category of vocalists. Jimin truly is a phenomenal talent who deserves all the recognition he receives. He's not just an idol, he's a vocal phenomenon. He's someone who has pushed boundaries, challenged expectations, and shown the world what's possible when natural talent meets dedication and hard work. And honestly, we are so lucky to be living in a time where we can witness and appreciate this incredible talent. The rare phenomenon that experts talk about isn't just about perfect vocal technique or wide range. It's about a unique combination of natural talent, proper training, high musicality, emotional sensitivity, and deep interpretative ability. Jimin has all these elements in perfect proportion, creating a voice that's truly one of a kind. Alright guys, that's it for today's video about the shocking fact that Jimin's voice is equivalent to professional female singers. What do you think? Are you as mind-blown as I was? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys think about this. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love by smashing that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more content like this. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Share this video with your fellow ARMY or any K-pop fans who need to know about Jimin's incredible vocals. Also, let me know in the comments what other topics you want me to cover. Maybe other BTS members' talents? Other K-pop vocal analyses? Different aspects of Jimin's artistry? Let me know and I'll make it happen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep streaming, keep supporting our boys, and remember, talent recognizes talent, and Jimin's talent is undeniable. Peace out. Annyeong.